Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at the Ethan macrovirus. This virus actually has the unusual purpose of being informative rather than destructive or attempting to spread as far as possible. Its payload consists of many message boxes across many different dates, however it has a few quirks and bugs, which we're going to take a look at, which makes it kind of interesting. So we'll go ahead and run Ethan. And we can see this is a bait file. Somebody had a blank Word document, which then wound up being infected by Ethan. So that's what we're looking at now. Ethan is now present on our system and can infect other documents through the normal template. Now, it doesn't try to hide its presence on the system. We can actually go straight into the Visual Basic Editor and take a look at its code. So we can see here it's not in the project Word document. It's copied itself over to the normal template. And we can see we have an open letter to the virus hunters. This virus was written to help educate the public about the dangers of the approaching Millennium Bug. Please do not update your virus scanners to detect or clean this virus until after December 1st, 1999. I know you won't do that, but what the heck. I tried. Bye. So we have a nice little heartfelt message. We can see this author is really just trying to help. He's clearly misunderstood, and he's doing his best to play his part in the Y2K bug fixing and transition. For those of you who may not know quite what the Y2K bug was all about, the very quick summary of it is that computers were written with a lot of code that assumed the first two numbers of the year were 19, because, most modern computing started in the 1970s and 80s. When we approached 1999, we realized that would be a problem when the year switched over to 2000. So when it would tick to the next year, the year would end up being 1900 instead of 2000, which might throw a bunch of computers into a crazy state. Some people assumed it would be the apocalypse, the robots would rise up and overthrow us. But in the end, thanks to a lot of people's hard work, wound up being a relatively painless transition. So now we know this virus is attempting to educate users about the Y2K bug. We're going to scroll down a little bit to check out what it's doing in its code. We can see here it's trying to make a file called sys00.back in the root of the C drive, and it's just going to dump all its code there. Let's see if we can find that. My computer. Alright, nothing here, but let's look at the hidden files. I think I saw a file option set on there. Let's see, do we see it? No, I'm not seeing it. If we take a look back at the virus code, we can see that it's doing a lot of its actions when the document is closed. So let's try that. We're going to get out of this. We'll save our Word document and we will close it just to make sure that Ethan does what it needs to do. Now, now we see it. We see sys00.back. If we open this up with just Notepad, we should see all of that code we just saw. And I saw it for a second there. There we go. So here we are. Here is the code for Ethan. Now let's get back into the virus. We're going to take one more look at the code. There's an interesting bug that I do not think the author foresaw because, it's a bug. So let's scroll on down. Not destructive. You can see we're only displaying messages in the year 1999 because that's the lead up to Y2K. And if the hour is greater than 12, so anytime after noon, 12:59, we stop displaying messages. Then we can see here on various dates, April 1st, May 3rd, June 1st, July 2nd, we have messages that are going to be showing up, presumably to inform the user about Y2K. Now we see the first one's supposed to activate on April 1st, 1999, so let's go ahead and see that. We should be able to just switch the date right now. April 1st, 1999, okay, and we should see it when we close because this virus activates when documents are closed. However, we get nothing. Nothing at all happened. Maybe we'll just open it. No, nothing. No. Okay, maybe a new document. Test, save. You can see I have my prior test documents from when I was making sure the virus would work for the video. But even that doesn't work. So clearly the virus does not work for the video. And that's not good. But as with a lot of macroviruses, we can fix it. Go back into our Visual Basic editor. Some more eagle-eyed watchers may have noticed the bug already, but we scroll on down. So if day is 1 and month equals 4, then we do the message box, but clearly we didn't see that happen. We scroll up to when it defines what these variables actually relate to. So the first line gives you day, now, and month, now, and year, now. So that should work. But then immediately the virus author defines another set of variables of hour, now, minute, now, and second, now. The only problem with this is we use the same variable for minute as we did for the month, which means that immediately the month gets overwritten with whatever the minute value is. So this is actually checking if the day is 1 and the minute is 4. And on the next one is checking if the day is 3 and the minute is 5. So let's try that. Day 3, minute 5. Let's see if our theory is correct. And we'll try closing this document. Would you look at that? Say, we found the bug. Okay. Get out of here. Let's fix that, because that's not right. I want to see it on the right dates, the way the author intended, but kind of messed up. So we're just going to save that. Save that in the normal template. I might have to open up the normal template itself and save it in there too, but we'll just rewrite minute to be 3Ms, because I don't think minute is even ever used in this virus, so there is no reason to have ever defined it. But I guess the author was just being thorough. Okay, let's get to our messages so we can get this video over with. First one is supposed to be on April 1st. April 1st, 1999, and we close it. Y2K, spread the word. This is not an April Fool's joke. I wish it were. The year 2000 is fast approaching, and the word still needs to be spread about the implications and dangers of the Millennium Bug, commonly referred to as the Y2K bug. The virus that has infected this Word document was written to help spread the word about the Y2K bug and educate you so you can prepare yourself and your family for Saturday, January 1st, 2000. From today until January 1st, 2000, on the first business day of each month, I will give you a lesson in Y2K preparation. Spread the word. Knowledge is power. Man, I feel empowered already. Can't wait to see what great tips and tricks this virus has for surviving the apocalypse. Let's check it out. So our next message is on June 1st. We already saw that one briefly when we experimented with the bug. So there we go. Looks like the bug was fixed. How's the weather? Right now, it's pretty warm out, so you are probably not thinking much about the winter. But remember, the Millennium Bug is expected to hit in the middle of winter. If you're in a northern climate, like the Great White North, Canada, I suggest you consider purchasing a good, airtight wood stove and at least a face cord of wood. Even if there are no disruptions in natural gas or oil or electricity, the wood stove is a great way of reducing your heating bills. And if there is a problem, you will be comfortable in your own heated home, unlike your unprepared neighbors. Remember the Canadian ice storm last year? That's it for this month. See you next month. Hey, wait a minute. I actually missed one. We looked at the May 3rd one. We got to look at that one again. Let's go back in time. Alright. What's the advice for May 3rd? Alright, so before we talk about the wood stoves and how screwed your neighbors are going to be, we say, hello again. Let's start our first lesson to help prepare you for the Millennium Bug. Although I don't personally believe there will be food shortages, power shortages, gas shortages as a result of a computer bug, there will be food, power, and gas shortages by hoarding nitwits that fear the Millennium Bug. This sounds kind of familiar. As a result, I highly recommend that you begin to stockpile bottled water, 1 month supply, canned food, 1 month supply, and as much gas as you can store. Keep your vehicle gas tank always topped up starting December 1st. I'm noticing a distinct lack of toilet paper hoarding in this note. That's it for next month. Or that's it for this month. See you next month. Kind of giving myself the heebie-jeebies with some of these messages in our current situation. Maybe this virus just came out 22 years too early. Alright, so we already saw June out of order, so let's continue in order for the rest of this video. July 2nd. Give me the document. Let's see. Did you get the stove? Oh good. Now I'm getting admonished by the virus. Last month, I recommend purchasing a gas stove to help heat your home. Wait, I thought he said a wood-burning stove. I don't know. In the event that your supply of electricity, gas, or oil was interrupted, this month I would like to suggest that you purchase a portable generator and enough gas cans to store gas to power the generator. The generator can be used to power lighting and small electrical appliances should the power be disrupted. That's it for this month. See you next month. Thanks, Ethan Virus. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Next one is August 2nd. And on August 2nd, Ethan says, getting back to basics. In this installment, I would like to suggest that you consider purchasing candles, matches, flashlights, and batteries. These items will be invaluable during those cold, dark nights should the power companies fail in their Y2K conversion. Don't plan on relying on the banks or credit/debit cards. Start each month and stash away enough money to last you at least 2 months. This money should include enough money to pay the rent/mortgage, utilities, food, etc. Remember, cold hard cash is accepted everywhere. That's it for this month. See you next month. Personally, you might try trading some of those hoarded supplies you got a couple months ago, but that's just me. Next one is on September 1st. A limerick. Okay, so now we get a poem for September 1st. The millennium's not far away. Get onto your coding today. Fix it or fudge it. The boss won't begrudge it if everything works on the day. That's it for this month. See you next month. Oh, you mean like the way I fixed your virus so it would actually work properly? Whatever. Okay, so the bug still existed. I hit OK on that message box, and since it was the 12th minute, we are now seeing December's message. This is the 12th minute on the first day of the month. And we're going to get to you in a bit, but for now, just get out of here. We still got to do October. October 1st, a very special day. So October says 3 months to go. Getting nervous? If you've followed my advice over the past months, there should be nothing for you to worry about. We will survive the Y2K bug, but preparation will ensure that if there is any Y2K crisis, it will only be a small bump on the road, not a major pothole for you. That's it for this month. See you next month. Next we have November 1st. Let's close that. And in November, Ethan says 2 months to go. Personally, I don't believe that there will be a major global Y2K crisis. I trust the banks with my money, I trust most of the industrial sector, and I trust the power and water agencies to provide me with power and water over the infamous weekend. I even trust the Russians and their nuclear arms, but you can never be too careful. Take care, be prepared, use common sense. That's it for this month. See you next month. Now finally, let's get to the actual last message. So on actual December 1st, Ethan says, good luck, 30 days to go. Well, this will be the final installment in the Y2K preparation lessons. If you have followed my advice over the past few months, you will be in excellent shape to bring in the new year. May the new year bring you health and happiness. Best wishes. Bye. And that is it for Ethan. We've seen every message it has to tell us. We've seen its hidden code that it dropped onto the root of the C drive. We've seen the bug that ruins everything. It makes it impossible to actually see the messages in the order and on the days in which they're supposed to be displayed. It's a lot of fun. It's not often you get a virus that's sole intent is to inform people about a global event or potential crisis, but here you go. There's about 16 years left. Maybe somebody will write a new Ethan virus, except for the year 2038 bug that's coming up. Who knows, it might be important. If the past couple years have taught us anything, you should start your hoarding now before everybody else gets their stuff. Just like Ethan said, you gotta hoard stuff so that you can live and your neighbors can die in their houses. And that certainly won't make you a target or anything for vandals or looters who are attempting to survive the ongoing apocalypse that you so conveniently prepared for because you happen to use your computer and get infected with a macro virus that informed you to do all these things to prepare for Y2K. Is what I said as crazy as I think it is? I don't know. But that's about it for the Ethan macro virus. If you really wanted to be a jerk, you could code on some extra stuff so that once the year 2000 finally does hit, you like format the drive or delete all the files on the computer or something. That would be kind of funny. It would be pretty easy because the code isn't protected and Ethan doesn't take any steps to stop you from viewing it or changing it. But that's just me. That is about it for the Ethan macro virus. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.